So we got a pair of shears in. I'm gonna do a little test on them first. Do a dry tissue test first. And they cut, but they're just a little crunchy. So I like to test them at the back, middle. They're pushing hair right there in the middle, and then they're pushing hair at the tip there also. So that's got to irritate her. So we're going to take them apart. Looks like they've been sharpened before. One problem is they're loose. That's part of the problem. Not much of a hollow grind. Very shallow hollow grind on them. So we're gonna have to be real careful. Check the set. Set looks pretty good. So I got a little wear right there that I can see. Wash that tip out, that's for sure. I'm gonna leave it at that. Leave that too. Very shallow hollow grind on here. There's just not. We gotta be careful with them. it looks good. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you'll hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. Now this one had some vibration here. I'm gonna see if I can get that a little smoother. Fresh abrasives, but there was some vibration there. We don't want that. That's good. I'm gonna leave that alone. Just a hair more. That looks good. Now these were very loose when I took them apart. Put a little bit more tension on them. That feels about right. Oh yeah, much better. There we go. Make sure they cut at the tips, and they are. Alright, that's one pair done. We got another pair here. Now these are cutting really bad. So those won't cut tissue, see that? You see, it's pushing the hair. Not bad there, it's just right at that first part of the tip. Little tiny scissors. Very tiny. These aren't too bad. They're just worn. And that's all we need to do on this. These have pretty good ride lines to them. There may be a little bit of fold over right there. Let me work it a little bit longer. A little bit more. I'm gonna leave it. That looks good. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and tell me where you're watching from. David, you talking about the abrasives? They're from Amazon. They're just some cheap abrasives from Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. They're about a third as much as the 3M. They work pretty well. I do use the ones from Wolf, the 3M. They're just so much more expensive. I go back and forth. And in fact, these the cheap ones, they don't load up as material as much as the 3M ones do. Hey, Gabe. $600, $1,500. 600, 1,000, 1,500, and then polish. Looks good. One of the drawbacks of these discs, they're a little smaller than the 3M, and that's kind of a bummer. But you get used to them. Yeah, they are. You're exactly right. They're just a hair smaller. So you got to be careful with them. Now, a buddy of mine, he ground down his plates to use them. He took material off the side of his plates. I'm not going to do that. Still got a burr on there. Excuse me. Oh, man. Awesome. Awesome. All right, we're golden. I like freehanding. I freehand all the curved shears. I'm just not real steady-handed to do the straight shears. I'm not comfortable with the straight shears. But yeah, I got my buddy Scott, man. He's really good at the freehanding. Really, you know, I probably should do more freehand sharpening. But like I said, I've got really shaky hands. So I need all the help I can get with the clamp. I think that's good. I'm not going to overwork that ride line. That looks good. Let me turn that dust collector off. Looks great. It's not a hard job, it's just it's hard to master, let's say that. There's a lot of variables. Wouldn't you guys say that, Gabe, David? David, I'm in a shop. I'm in my garage is where I'm at now. But I do mobile for salons. So yeah, I have a mobile setup. I go into the salons. And I can sharpen out of my truck if I have to. I don't like to, but you know, that looks good. Boy, you got that right. I'm always learning something new. Every shear is different. Yeah, it's a pain. All right, I got a little, I'm gonna go back to the polishing pad, just a touch. Touch on the polishing pad. It's very challenging work, but I enjoy it. I sat at a desk for 29 years. How do you know which way to sharpen? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand that question. I got too tight now. Exactly, sharpen right. All right, remember it wouldn't cut one ply tissue. Now there's just no resistance whatsoever. It's cutting great. I'm gonna do a wet test, but I gotta do it up here. The fans are blowing everything inside the shop. All right, the wet tissue test was perfect, so let's do the hair. Hair is all that counts. So make sure it cuts at the back, middle, most important, the tip. Look at that. Those girls like that tip to cut. They want to do that little fine stuff like that, and it's cutting really good. All right, there we go. So David, that's what I took. I just took those off. That's what you're talking about, the ones from 3M. The problem with the 3M ones, they load up material really bad. And they're expensive. But I go back and forth. I'll use these, And then I'll use these. I go back and I'll use the gray ones too. There we go. You know, it's hard to say. I can't see the big difference in them, you know, to tell you the truth. So there we go. $20 per pair when they bring them to me. I charge $35 per pair if I go to a salon with a minimum of 3 pairs to sharpen. I charge only $20 per pair, no minimum when they bring them to me here at the house. Well guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I hope you guys have a great day.